Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda, and today we have Hockey Dad with us. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
You guys are here from Australia, but you've been in the country for a little bit now. You've done a couple of shows down south, and now you're up here in Auckland to play at the Whammy Bar.
That's it. We've South Island was insane, and now we've had a few days off, just getting some waves, and feeling fresh for tonight.
So you've been doing some surfing, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's made us more tired or anything, but my arms are pretty
Wasn't
shot.
much of a relaxation.
So where have you done the surfing?
We're just in Raglan, so pretty much wherever points are there. I can't remember, but yeah, it's good.
How does it compare to back home?
Oh, it's perfect for
Much
me.
better.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Much
awesome.
better than home.
Yeah. Crazy.
Because I work at Sky Television, where we air a lot of surfing competition on TV, so we see it every once in a while. Is it something that people watch, or is it just... Yeah?
It's like the comps are starting to get way more televised now, so it's like, open to everyone.
It's a lot more accessible now to everybody, so
Yeah.
the people that actually want to watch it can watch it.
I mean, I can understand watching the female surfers.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Everybody's got wetsuits on now.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, fair enough. So how often do you guys surf?
A lot.
Pretty much as we can when we're home and have time off.
Yeah.
But we're not home for 8 months of the year, so.
Right. Yeah, because you guys have a lot of dates coming. You're going all over the place, right?
Yeah, pretty much shockers. But after this we go to UK, then we go to Europe, then the States, and then back home for a week, and then probably off to UK again.
Yeah.
So
You're going to miss out on your surfing. Where I came from in the States, in a city called Rochester, New York, which is upstate New York, up near Canada.
Yeah.
And the only waterway that we had was the Barge Canal, which used to be called the Erie Canal. So it's just, this flat little bit of, and there, one band out there put out a song called "Let's Go Surfing on the Barge Canal," which was their feeble attempt at surf music from upstate New York. So, yeah, you get it where you can, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Got to find it somehow.
Yeah. So, so how did the two of you guys get together to make this music?
I just looked out my front door and looked down the street, and Billy lives 2 houses away from me.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Just come on over, we'll hang out.
Might work.
So we've known each other since we were very young, and used to surf and do all kid stuff before we started making music, and then out of boredom we just started playing around and haven't stopped.
Yeah.
So what kind of music were you listening to? Were you guys both listening to the same kind of stuff? Or
Yeah,
pretty similar.
Parts. Yeah, there's a few bands that we religiously listen to every day together. But then there's also what is it? We started doing Living End covers.
Living End.
That was there.
Arctic Monkeys were huge on us when we were younger. And
Living End still doing their thing?
Yeah.
They're still going, aren't they? Yeah, they used to play all the time at the Big Day Out here in the 90s. I think when I first came over here, they were one of the first Australian bands I got to be familiar with, because they were always at the Big Day Out.
They're still definitely the tightest live band in Australia.
Yeah, they're crazy, for sure. But yeah, other than that, I don't know, there's definitely, we've had bands similar, but between the two of us, we listen to so much differing stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy.
And how would you describe, for folks who haven't heard you, what it is that you do?
It's always fun. I don't know. I think let's say garage, because we started off doing 60s garage. That was kind of what we were listening to at the start of it.
Right.
So we've definitely got the garage roots, and we started in the shed. So it makes sense. And then
I don't know. It's a surfy pop, but then I guess it's been more and more grunge or punk influences as time goes by, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, starting to get sadder as we get older.
It's a mixed platter,
Wait till you get as old as me. You can see how miserable you're going
to be. That's it. For sure. Somehow. That'd be good.
Now, I read that you recorded the most recent album in Seattle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a moody place. It's a lot of rain going on there. How did you happen to make your way over there to record?
We just, it was kind of just luck of the draw. We just emailed one of our favourite producers, John, who he did the latest Cloud Nothings record.
Right.
So we found him through them, and then we were just wow, this guy's incredible. And he's done heaps of other albums that we've listened to, and Yeah, so we just hit him up, and then he's like, yeah, well, he just lives in Seattle, so he's like, just
so
come
this is John
here.
Goodmanson, right?
Yeah. So he's just like, come to my home, and yeah, we'll sort something out. Like,
so what is it about his production style that made you kind of glom onto him?
well, I think just because he's doing, like, the sheer fact he's been doing it for so long, and like he's done a wide variety of like different bands, and there's kind of some really wacky stuff in amongst.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that we'd never really thought about, like a lot of Death Cab for Cutie and bands like that we'd never really got into.
Right.
But it was such a different vibe.
Yeah.
So, well, why don't we just try and do that anyway?
For sure.
And try and make something a little different.
But then he also did like, it was like Bikini Kill and that, which are like just full straight up garagey punk, like just it's awesome. So it's like he's got so many different avenues of.
And then we found out he did Train's Christmas album, so we had to get him up for that.
Right.
That was the
that's
selling
the end
point.
of the discussion right there.
Yeah.
Train's Christmas album.
Amazing. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like once we found out, like this guy is incredible. Like he's just done so much. But yeah, it definitely helped. Like
Who did I just heard Train recorded? No, they're recording with Hall & Oates. They just made a record with a single with Hall & Oates, which both of them sing on it, and they've kind of co-written and stuff. So
so
Get that up for the van tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be incredible.
So when you actually started, what kind of discussion did you have with John Goodmanson as far as how you wanted to work together and how you wanted the record to sound?
I think it wasn't all that much discussion. I think basically we just went in there going, we wanted to be a bit more direct with like our sound and stuff. I think just not so much straightforward, but just very like, I don't know. There's not, like, there are bells and whistles, but there's not anything hidden. I don't know. So basically, yeah, we just played. I don't think there was much discussion.
Yeah, we didn't
just
really
set up and
talk much.
Nah, we just set up and played, and then I think he was loving the fact that we were going for that direct garagey kind of thing, but once we got to the overdubs and that, there was a bit more discussion, I think, like the tones wise.
It's pretty much
and
John would say something and go, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it was always
But I think he was loving that we would just plug in and go, basically. So that was pretty, it worked out.
And one thing I bet that he loves is the fact there's only two of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get a band, let's say like Decemberists, there's like five guys, and they got to have a discussion amongst themselves about everything before it goes to them. Sure. Every decision has got to be like pulling teeth. Whereas, kind of with you guys, I would imagine that there weren't too many, kind of long involved.
Yeah, decisions get done much quicker.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing to make decisions quickly in the studio.
Yeah.
And just go with it. Otherwise, you'll just sit around thinking for hours and never do anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Just make a decision and go for it.
And between the two of you, do you have like a working method? Do you kind of bounce things off of each other? Do one of you prefer to do some things one way, some another? And kind of find
boxing gloves help.
What's that?
Boxing gloves help.
Boxing gloves, yeah.
Nah, I think it's definitely. I think from the start, like when we started writing songs when we were super young, if it didn't feel right within half an hour, like we'd probably just scrap the song. So it was always it was just based off that. Like if we were both happy to do it, it's sweet. But if one was iffy, you might convince them. But basically, it's like if it's not feeling good, maybe just leave it for a bit. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like some songs we've pulled up from a while ago, like just like things like that. It's just like it didn't feel right at the time, but you might bring them back up a bit later. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just pretty. You just got to make it feel good. If it feels good, it's usually okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
He's in agreement. So
yeah, there you go.
You gotta brush up on your debating skills as well. And just try and convince.
Less boxing and.
Try and convince one another that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
And so, what kind of issues come up in the studio when you're actually having some kind of debate or discussion about something? Is it like little technical issues, or is it bigger stuff?
A lot of it is in demo time. So when we're actually just writing the foundation of it, I think, because like we kind of like to have the demos pretty well, like the structures of it kind of cut up as much as we can before we hit the studio.
Right.
So I think a lot of that discussion is probably in the original writing process itself.
Yeah, so the recording part is usually
the
smoothest part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So we'll just fiddle in before then, huh?
Yeah.
Sort of fleshed it all
get
out.
the street fights out of the way, and then go into the studio all happy.
Clean. Yeah.
And then by the time you get on the stage, I mean, it's still just the two of you, right?
Yeah.
So have you considered fleshing it out and adding other people live? Has that been a...
Yeah, it's kind of, we just decided to get more amps, I think.
Right,
That's
more
amps.
a bit easier. Yeah. 'Cause
Sometimes I've laid awake at night, sometimes when we're recording the record going, I don't know how I'm ever going to be able to play any of this live.
Yeah.
But
then you learn.
we're getting through it. We're getting by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to play guitar a bit more tricky.
Yeah, you got to play it. It's got to be a better guitar player, really.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Struggle.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we're making it through the set.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and also, you have to be, when you're on stage, you're the focus of attention all the time. Like, you can't kind of lay back
You
and
can't
let
really stop playing ever.
Yeah,
Which is-
mistakes definitely come up a bit more vividly than
Right.
most bands. But you just play through it, I guess.
Yeah. you
Nothing a
just
few beers can't fix. I
have a
guess.
smile on your face and no one knows you made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I would also imagine it causes you to have a more intense interaction with the audience too, because there's only the two of you as well. So
Yeah,
Well,
I guess
yeah.
so, yeah.
I think it's more, it's kind of helped us grow as, like, just playing music and stuff, because we came from a 5-piece prior,
right.
where it was like you could just tone it back a bit and relax and kind of get away with it.
You've always got to keep a sort of a high intensity.
Mm.
If it's just the two of you pulling the weight,
Yeah.
so it's good for stamina build up and
Yeah.
stage presence.
Yeah. Core. Yeah.
Do you purposely write like a slow song just to kind of give yourself?
Yeah, I was trying to do them all the time on this newest record, but they kept shutting them down. But I got a couple in there, thank God. But
Yeah,
it's,
snuck in somehow.
rough.
So what's been your experience so far in New Zealand with crowds and stuff? Has it gone?
Oh, it's been great.
Insane, yeah.
One night, someone tackled the drum kit onto me, and it was a little painful. It was fun.
Did you do anything to invite that behavior, or was it a kind of spontaneous thing?
Nah, afterwards I,
I think
said you
the
could have
stage
tackled.
was only about half a foot high, so that was probably enough
Yeah, I
to
think
get
it was,
anybody
yeah.
up there.
I think it was a fall, but it was also like a leap.
Take
fall.
the kid down with you, man.
Yeah,
as well,
you-
sort of
yeah.
thing.
And then he just left behind the eye, and I had a cymbal here and a tom there. I'm like, this is insane. Yeah.
But the
wild.
show's been really good.
Mm.
The
they've-
crowd's been super happy to be there.
Yeah, they've all
We're
been
stoked.
sold out so far. So.
Yeah, I see Whammy's sold out tonight.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then Wellington tomorrow, and then we just got Taronga and Raglan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not bad.
That'd be good.
And you're going to get some more surfing in the
Yeah,
meantime?
hopefully after the show we have a couple more days before we fly home, so it's good to get a few more waves before we leave.
Is it good? I've never surfed in my life, so I don't know. But is there a particular time of year that's better than
Actually,
other times?
yeah, around now is
Now.
the best time, I think. So we got pretty lucky with this tour schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucked
stoked.
out. I think the swells roll in today, but unfortunately we're not there. So
But we'll
hopefully it
get
sticks around.
Well, it seems like the weather's nice anyway, no matter what, just to hang out on the beach.
Just
And,
being in the water is therapy enough
Yeah.
from being on the road.
Exactly.
and how much does the surfing kind of seep into the music? Is it just like a vibe thing? Or?
I don't know, yeah.
I guess so. It's I guess it's a way
I
of
guess I've
life.
been surfing longer than we've been playing music, so we could never really tell when it did
Yeah.
come in or something. So
Yeah.
it might just have an overall effect or none at all. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Who knows?
I
Yeah.
have to stop surfing for like 5 years and see what happens.
But that's the thing. I think
Yeah.
we haven't been surfing as much. That's why we're getting more sad. I reckon that's maybe.
Yeah, it's probably it.
Yeah. We were writing happier songs if we were surfing every day.
Yeah, it could be it.
Mm.
And
Theory.
do you ever listen to traditional surf music? You know, the Ventures and
Oh
that kind of
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That was like kind of what we were getting really into at the start of it.
Yeah, that was sort of the main
swampy-
goal when
Yeah.
we first started.
Mm.
And then we turned more pop, I
Yeah.
guess. And
God
Yeah.
knows what happened.
who knows what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We strayed
Yeah.
from the
Well,
path.
that's how things progress. They start here and they end up over here, and you don't know what happened in between, but you hope it's a good thing. Well, thanks guys for coming by here. Really appreciate it, because you walked up here from the Whammy Bar, which is pretty cool. You found your way, didn't get lost.
Nah, surprisingly, yeah.
Thanks to Google Maps.
For some reason, Google Maps usually shows our studio in the opposite side of the road than it is and further down. So I'm amazed that you got here. But it's a good thing. So have a good gig tonight. And hopefully next time you come up here, we'll bring instruments and stuff and you can play a little bit.
Play some shows.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Sweet.